have. That's such a nice touch.
Oh,
like the champion banners.
Dude, it's so great.
It's so cute.
A lot of people have made the similarity of like when a player retires, when an organization retires a player's jersey.
Right, they put it on
they hang it up
rafters.
and they reveal it. That's what it kind of feels like.
Yeah.
I love the history aspect of Big House. They're really leaning into, because
it's been so many.
10. And the last one was 3 years ago. That's like a long-running series.
Yeah, definitely a lot of story as well. But we are getting right into it. It's going to start off with Peach Ices.
Dirtboy Ices. Peach is Frostbyte. And get rid of Nana. I feel like Peach just takes care of Nana so easily.
Yeah, definitely one of the reasons why Peach is such a strong character versus the Ices.
Good separation, right?
Yeah, really good separation. And I think just even like floating above the shields like that is like it's really. It feels dangerous if you're the ice climber, right?
Right.
You're like, oh, what am I supposed to do out of here? You oftentimes.
I guess like up air, but then Peach can almost always double jump away, unless you do like a deep up air, double jump back air thing with Ices. But even then, that's only like, what, 25% damage? And Peach can usually get back.
Yeah, you definitely puts the pressure on the Ices the way that Peach can kind of just like keep close while being safe. And also things like fair on shield are like surprisingly safe, so you got to watch out, and then you get like down smash afterwards. So even if like the Popo is not hit by either of those, the Nana is just kind of there sometimes. Might get hit by the down smash.
Exactly. So. Yeah, she's pretty helpless on their own. If she's like not decent. What did Fiction point? Not connected. There's like this third like Nana thing. If Nana's not connected, like right now, she's dead. Right? She's gone. Right. But quick roll. Okay, nice quick down smash. Call it. And so now we're even now.
Yeah, and you can see like the pacing is a little bit slower, right? Like they took a second before jumping into each other. Well, just like staying on the platforms, just for a little second.
Yeah, and we saw what you were talking about, like the float height and what does Ices do? Well, we saw the up air, and then what that led to was getting down smashed by Peach on the platform. So the follow-ups are really tight. Like you can kind of hit Peach here and there out of the air, but unless you get something solid, it's a trade she usually is okay with making.
And she's so good once there is a separation to KO the climber that's off stage.
Right.
Like super good. Super good at it.
Reverse bear. Not what he wanted.
Yeah, just like float above, threaten like a down air, maybe threaten like... You don't know what the Peach is going to do when they're like floating diagonally in front of you, right? Like, are they going to come in with a forward air? Or are they going to like linger a little bit forward and do like a down air like that?
Yeah.
And all of that stuff is like surprisingly good as well.
A lot of characters. I know Falco has this problem too. Ices seems that way. In the upper right area of their airspace, like where Peach likes to float, like you just said, they have a hard time covering that.
It does feel like it. I think the thing that Ices... I could be wrong here, but it feels like, like Jump Blizzard might be a good option for covering that kind of distance, like even like desyncing some of these ice blocks. Just to put on like a little bit more pressure, and I feel like I haven't seen too much of that from the Ices.
Right. Yeah, maybe the best thing to combat against like float is, this is something. A little too early.
Yeah, a little too early. That would have been huge, but great DI.
I think threatening more options, okay, Frostbyte takes a second. I think threatening more options as Ice Climbers is always the best. Like you said, with desyncs and stuff like that, it's quote-unquote unsafe unless you have a really good control on it because Nana is often so exposed.
Right.
But I think just putting, like right here, putting more threats in, perfect.
No, it's important. It's really important, right? Because I think even Blizzard desync is like kind of odd sometimes to like jump around or get around,
and you have to set it up.
You have to set it up,
right.
Yeah.
And sometimes Peach gives you the luxury of time, but in this matchup, I don't see why she should give you that grace.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely an edge guard here. And a lot of solo climber will happen, I think, in this matchup as well. So got to be pretty good at least gaining some percent, if not the stock here.
But Dirtboy's like moving.
Yeah.
Doing whatever he can to get the hit.
Let's see. Ooh. Off stage now.
Okay, yeah, wow. The escape, the eject button air is so good on Peach.
Almost triple up air. I mean, you'll take what you can get here.
Definitely, right?
Off the grab, you really only get tech chases, but it's a solid tech chase.
Yeah, down throws a tech chase. And I think, don't quote me on this, but I think Popo can probably cover everything on the platform.
If you get up there like fast,
yeah, if you get
enough.
It fast, right?
Ices are super good at covering like the platforms once they get on there. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking like all the stocks have gone kind of similarly, right? Like they go pretty neck and neck. The Nana gets KO'd, and then there's like a little bit of advantage coming from the Peach off of that.
Oh, and then this is supposed to be the cleanup. Oh, that back air though. it hit forward and reversed into the shield. That was so nice.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about before too, right? Like that down smash. If they get split up a little bit, Nana just like kind of gets hit by a lot of it.
Right. And then like, right, she's so gone. And Peach's, and with the float mix-ups, Peach is so good at covering both. Like, because a big thing to do against Ice Climbers is separate them and then threaten, oh, I'm going to go for Nana. Psych, I'm going to go for Popo. Peach can do that easier than most just with the float. It threatens so much right there.
Yeah. And if the Peach sees that, oh, the other climber is going to be coming in, just put it like a nair,
exactly,
like a forward air,
and then drift it back a little bit. Yeah, she could do all of her aerials on the ground. That's insane part about Peach.
That was a fairly long match. Actually,
was.
I didn't realize that was a 5-minute match.
Things just fly by.
Things just fly by, especially when you got Papa John's in the belly.
Right,
Papa John's in the belly.
That pizza gone.
Just a little bit better.
Faster with Papa John's. Faster.
That's right.
Faster than that first game was for sure. Is that a Stitch?
That's a Stitch.
Oh my God, off rip. Dirtboy's like, man.
Dirtboy actually puts the hands there. No, man. That's so genuine, man. Oh. I think everyone knows that feeling. If you played enough Melee and you played enough Peach, against Peach rather, you just...
It's like, why now, right?
Come on.
Why when I'm down a game?
Especially because of how close that game was, right? It's like, okay, well, this is going to be...
It's like a sign, right? It's like this, oh no, maybe today is not my day. But, like, I got to hand it to Dirtboy for scrapping, like, keeping these percents mad even the whole set.
Yeah, I think Nana's at a little bit higher percent and more likely to get KO'd here because Nana got hit by the Stitch, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, yep,
okay,
first one, yeah. So she was immediately at 40%.
But
not her own fault.
Yeah, not her fault. I think that's a good trade by Dirtboy, though, to give up the Nana save to get the KO.
Yeah. It's kind of, ooh, there's a hot blizzard you're talking about.
Even with solo climber, that blizzard still threw a wrench in the works,
it
right?
Did. Yeah, it added like good solid 12%, you know?
Yeah.
Had a Peach like double think that approach.
And it stays out for a while, which I think is like one of the stronger aspects of the move.
Yeah, it does. Oh, no shot! Okay. Like, no way that shield stays healthy. No!
Down smash versus down smash? Not a game you want to be playing against Peach.
Yeah, what are you doing? Do not go there.
Yeah, don't go there.
Okay.
But then, I mean, then the Peach gets the ability to potentially get more Stitches, but that was such a strong combo on the
So
Nana.
strong. Nana's at like 80 now.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, keep spinning.
Okay, Nana helping out a little bit, but she don't know. She has the vocabulary of like a 7-year-old. She's like, oh, that's cute.
It's all just noises.
It's and every once in a while she'll just down smash your life away.
Right. Ooh. I don't think, no jump back here, so we'll have to side B.
Ah, poor Squall. Oh, never mind.
That's a good choice. I think a lot of, I think the mix-up there is you go either for forward throw or back throw, right? So the down throw there is...
And F throw is so threatening that DI in is almost certain.
Right. Ooh, avoids the ice blocks. I like the sharking here from Frostbyte, though.
Yeah.
Making Dirtboy go to the other side.
With the space. Oh, okay, just doing it honest. All right.
Yeah,
okay, it's honest.
Nana was just like a little bit out of place, it felt like.
Nice. The mix, the dash back, wave dash. Oh, see, keep it simple.
This is good.
So now Dirtboy's got to watch out for those float heights, right? Okay. Ooh, nice roll away. That was so nice after the FC fair.
Yeah, and I guess when Frostbyte is staying this far back, then Dirtboy can't like pick up some turnips, right? So Frostbyte's got to watch out just a little bit.
Yeah, as long as the wave dash in grab isn't coming or something, as long as you're giving her enough space, I think turnip pulls are fine.
Oh, unable to get the punish on Nana there. Just kind of stuck on the platform movement, but...
Dirtboy trying so hard to get the up air.
Tries to blizzard there, but will get punished. Juicy down smash.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was worth, but I don't think he had much of a choice.
That was a really good shield from Frostbyte.
Honestly.
I'm surprised that none of that, like, shield poked or, I don't know.
No,
crazy.
Absolutely. Because sometimes when you're like trying to roll, you accidentally get caught in shield stun. You're like shield DI a little bit, and then you get down smash hit, despite your best efforts.
Not a good feeling.
Not a good feeling.
Mr. Saturn!
What's he doing here? Let's find out.
Is there a Mrs. Saturn?
No, I think they're all Mr. Saturns. Like, it's a colony. Have you played Earthbound?
I don't know the lore behind Mr. Saturn, I'll be honest.
It's just a colony of weird things, and they make you drink this weird tea.
Oh.
And then it gets weird.
I'm glad Mr. Saturn's not the. I'm glad I got thrown away right away. It's cool. It's cool.
Great game. Shout out to Earthbound. Oh, okay. These Squalls are actually, maybe I was wrong about Squall versus Peach. Maybe it's like, maybe she has a harder time punishing it than some characters.
It's slightly tricky, I think, sometimes, right?
And she doesn't have that like back air that you can just throw out like a lot of characters.
Ooh, this is close.
Ooh.
Can Dirtboy get the edge guard? Okay. Solo climber.
This
back
is
at it
huge.
again.
We've so many last stocks like this. So many like neck and neck Sopo versus Peach.
Ooh.
Nair? Okay, trying to go for a mix-up, I guess.
Comes out at the last second.
Oh no! Oh, with the rolls! Oh, Dirtboy knows it.
Down smash again. You're going to be coming in.
Please.
Down smash again. Frostbyte has actually been playing pretty nicely from the corner, I gotta say. Not like going in too haphazardly, which is nice. A lot of people might fall for those kind of down smashes, I think, in this position in particular. Oh, okay, just outside the dash attack range. These fade back forward airs are pretty nice from Dirtboy. Allowing.
Oh, oh no, is Dot Eyes?
Dot Eyes
oh,
is so big there, actually.
Dot Eyes still really good. Oh my God, Squall? Is that the secret weapon?
That was the secret all along.
Beam Sword right now, guaranteed. Next pull Beam Sword.
That'd be
so awesome.
We're going gambling if this is the case.
Oh no,
I'm
not gonna get the chance. Stupid.
Oh boy, but that's a solid 2-0, especially
solid.
That's 10 minute set.
That's long. Like I guess I never thought about that matchup being so grindy. I always thought about it as being so over.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
But like honestly great neutral from Dirtboy the whole time. That's the disadvantage of the matchup were very apparent in what we just saw, but it still showed that Ice Climbers do have some fight in them as long as their movement is real crisp, which is what Dirtboy had down.
I gotta go like look up how like Icy's deals with Peach, but I really do feel like the desync Blizzard is something that wasn't threatened too much, and even like desync Ice Blocks, right? So I think when the distance was far enough away to where the turnips were coming, you know, maybe you can throw out some Ice Blocks and then, you know, like approach with them, right? Because it gives you some time to set up of your own if Peach is setting up a little bit, right?
Or even just like a desync Blizzard, whatever, like spot touch desync Blizzard. I know it's risky, but if you have enough space, so that covers the ground, right? And then Popo is free to cover any float heights. And all you need is, like we saw with the Squall, like we saw at the up airs, all you need is one little hit, any hit will do, to knock Peach out of float, and all of a sudden her neutral game is in shambles. And then you capitalize on that, go to a platform. I don't know, I'm not an Ice Climbers player. But I agree, I would like to have seen more desyncs. Now, Dirtboy is very good, and maybe the risk of getting hit, of losing Nana, was too much for them to actually commit to a desync, but Nana was getting hit anyway.
Yeah, that's why I say that with the, I got preface it with like, maybe I gotta go look this up, you know, maybe there's something I'm missing here.
But we see it with Marth all the time, right? Because if Marth gives, I guess, it's Peach too, right? Usually Marth gives Peach enough time to pull turn-ups, which is really important. And typically, I think Peach gives Ice Climbers enough time to set up desyncs.
I think so.
Because sometimes Peach goes in aggro, but usually they soft it. They dip their toes in, like, okay, Ice, where are you moving?
Yeah, I think the most difficult part is when we were talking about this, if like the Peach is like just right there floating, right? Because then if you do spend time like trying to do any kind of setup, you know, the Peach can kind of...
You'll get hit, right?
You'll get hit, right?
And there are ways to like still play neutral while doing these things, like a dash dance setup or something. It at least keeps you somewhat safe.
Yeah, dash dance desync is good.
Typically, like Slug, we see Slug dash dance desync all the time, right? But I don't know. Ice Climbers players get at us. I know it's a bad matchup, but I'm sure y'all got opinions on it.
Dang.
But shouts to Dirtboy, way to put on a show. But next we do